This is a cleaning meditation to help you stay on task and clean stuff. I'm going to talk myself through the cleaning of things, and maybe you can play this when you need to clean things. All right, here we go. So we're going to figure out what needs to be tidy, what we can move around to start. So I'm going to just move dishes all into one spot, but you might pick up other things and start moving a category of things all into the one area where they need to be. It could be clothes into the washing pile, it could be dishes into the sink, which is what I'm doing. And then we'll focus on getting all of those things into that area, and that might help us free up an area. And then if so, we've got like one little free spot, we can give that a wipe down, or just have one little isolated spot where there's no mess. It could be on the bed, it could be make the bed first and get that nice and tidy. So we'll start with getting one little area all tidy. And if it's the bed, then make the bed. If it's the benches or the table, then just wipe that down. So let's do that now. We are staying on task. We are not picking up our phone. I'm going to grab some vinegar to wipe down the bench. Keep on going, keep staying focused on your task. Don't be looking at the phone. Get that area nice and clean. So we'll just have one sort of space where we can look at it and feel like, okay, one little success area here. So giving my little stove a quick wipe to try and have a nice visual, clean area space that I can look at and not feel stressed. And I'm also now wiping down another area of bench top with the vinegar. I like to use the vinegar because it's not a harsh chemical. I'm a bit sensitive to harsh chemicals, I get headaches from them. Okay, now I have two tidy areas. So keep on going if you need to just get some bit of free space going. Now look around for any things that are really randomly out of place. For me, I've got tools in areas that they shouldn't be. So find if it's it might be separating clean from dirty clothes. For me, it's separating tools into a box that I can take them to the shed. It might be pick up any rubbish that you see around. So we've been going for 3.5 minutes so far. It's a good start, guys. So spot any rubbish that are an anomaly, shouldn't be there. Okay, do that now. Grab them, and we'll just spend a couple of minutes looking around, staying on task. We can do it. Grab anything that's not in its home, and what I do is I will make a pile of that stuff. This is common for ADHD people, making piles, because at least it gives us a bit of mental space amongst all the other stuff. All right, anything that shouldn't be there, anything that needs to be in the recycling or the bin, keep going. Look around, get the space tidy, and once we've got a few tidy areas, then we can focus on some actual cleaning up of them. If you might have paperwork lying around, which I do, grab the paperworks and just pop them all in one pile for now. I mean, this is my way, you might have a better way of doing it. I'm also still picking up random bits of rubbish as I go, so keep on going. Keep on tidying. Just getting things a little bit organised. If you don't want to throw things out, you don't want to be wasteful, it's great to not be wasteful. You might have a pile of op shop things that you're going to donate, which I do have a constant pile of op shop things, and often I will dip back into it and realise I needed that thing. So it's actually been quite helpful to have that little op shop section of stuff, and then occasionally I'll just be like, that's enough, okay, that's going to the op shop or the charity store or whatever you want to call it. So if you're anything like me, you probably still got some piles. I've just got to put something aside and label the herb. Had a herb sitting there drying out, getting in the way. Okay, doing great. Now, if you've already made your piles, tidied things up, you've looked around and everything seems to be in somewhat of an order, maybe do the dishes if it's your kitchen, or if it's fold your laundry, maybe start on that. Pick one task that is a hard task. Now we've got a little bit of space starting to happen. You can do the hard task. You don't want to do the hard task, neither do I, but guess what? Doing hard stuff we don't want to do actually will reset our dopamine balance. We always want high dopamine, we want the fun, we want the pleasure, but we can't have that. It'll just sit on a plateau and never go anywhere. Unless we reset, you've got to go back low. The same reason you've got to breathe out before you can breathe in. It's not all in breaths, that doesn't work, you'll just hyperventilate. Which is what I'm doing right now by talking so much. So, the out breath. We've had a bit of success, we've had a bit of fun. Right now, do the hard stuff. Go. I believe in you, you can do it. I'm here to talk you through to stay focused. Right, it's the hard stuff. Start the folding, or the washing of the dishes, or whatever else you're doing. The big task, the big stupid task that you don't want to do. Right, good, get in there, get it happening. Here we go. Alright, don't even think about looking at your phone right now. We are resetting this dopamine, guys. We are doing the task. So, I am getting these dishes started, even though I'm still throwing out a few other random bits of shit that I've accumulated everywhere. Literally everywhere. Alright, how you going? Get on with it. Keep going, guys. I've got to throw this in again. Keep on doing that hard thing you don't want to do. Sometimes we need a bit of pain and suffering, unfortunately, because when it's all the good stuff, you don't get a chance to reset, and then you're just seeking the good stuff, and then all we end up doing is eating the good, yummy foods, probably putting on weight, probably getting unhealthy, probably not getting enough vitamins, and you can't sustain that for very long. You'll just hit a plateau and you'll get depressed. Alright, dishes, meat, here we go. Alright, get into them. Not fun, but we're in it together, right? Here we go. I believe in ya. Stay focused. Don't get distracted by that shiny thing. Yes, I see you there. Shiny thing. Keep going. Alright, I am scrubbing a plate. It's not the funnest plate to scrub, but I'm glad I actually have some plates in the first place. A bit of gratitude practice thrown in there. Happy I've got plates. I'm happy I've got some water to wash them with. I'm grateful I've got food to put on these plates. It's good to be grateful for what we've got. Grateful to have clothes to fold, keep us warm. up my water jug. So I'm going to trust you to stay on task for a few minutes. Keep going. Power through, guys. Power through. Task. I'm sure you are. Keep doing the thing. If you finish doing the thing, you can just stop and go have some fun, but be honest, are you finished or are you just kidding yourself? No, you're probably not finished. Keep going then. Right, I'm back into the next plate. My sink is, I fill up my water jug every time I need to wash something because I don't have running water yet. Doesn't matter. I've still got a jug and a tub to wash my dishes. Alright. Keep on going. We're going to have a nice clean space after this. This is your boot camp, guys, for tidying or cleaning. The goal of this is it's almost a bit of self-care because we're going to have a clean space to enjoy after this. Here we go. The end goal, apart from just doing it because it's good practice to be organised and to be tidy and hygienic, etc. But at the end of this, we're going to have a tidy and clean and serene little spot. I'm digging out these dishes from under the pile. And it's going to be lovely. We're going to be relaxed. I'm going to look around and see how tidy and sparkly that area is. I'm going to just like sit down and enjoy it. And it will be like so relaxing, almost like going on holidays when you walk into a hotel or something and you look around and everything's just so orderly. And you think, I'd love to live like this all the time. I just always want to be on holidays because we need a holiday from our stuff sometimes or from our disorganisation. Alright, I'm washing some cups. Staying on task here. I've almost gotten all the big stuff washed. Almost. Still a few big things in there. Alright. Keep on folding or organising or putting away the books or putting away the tools or whatever. Stay on the big task. I'm here with you. I'm talking you through it. It's okay. We will get there. If you need to pause this, you can pause it. Maybe take a short toilet break. But you come back here if you do that. Don't just run away. Now you can play this tape anytime you want when you need to do a thing. I guess the beauty of it being on YouTube, if you do not subscribe to the money YouTube thingo, you can't really navigate away from this and have it still going. So you can just put it down, ignore your phone, and let it keep playing and stay on the task. Now this isn't going to run forever. This is just going to be one sort of job. So far, how long have we been going? Let me just check. All right, 15 minutes almost, guys. 15 minutes. How good is that? Well done. You're still on your task. You're still with me. Excellent work. Now, every time you do stay on task, you actually train yourself to get a little bit better at staying on task. Did you know that? Of course you did. Because you're smart and awesome. So keep it up, because I believe in you. You've got all the skills and tools there to take control. Sometimes we just need a little bit of help from our friends to stay on task and keep on plugging through the things. So, you go. You get into it. Look at you go. So much work done already. Look how much you've done. Tidy areas. Jumping into that task. Power through it. It's boot camp. Keep going. You can get there. I know you can. You're proving it to yourself right now. Anytime you need a bit of motivation, I don't think that this would be good going for a run, because you'd be like, what are you talking about? But other kinds of motivation, whatever the task is, just you apply this to whatever you're doing. You can do it. We can all do it. We've all got different skills, different ideas, and we can use stuff we learn from each other. That's the beauty of being human. We can basically learn anything we want, and we can teach ourselves through neuroplasticity, not just new skills, but how to learn. We can teach ourselves how to learn. Metacognition, learning about learning. And maybe you've got an exciting skill or something you're super good at that you can share, and I'm sure you do, and I would love to know what that is. And I would love to learn something from you, because every human is extremely intelligent. We focus it in different ways though. Sometimes it looks like other humans are dumb, not so. It's not that case at all. You might be excellent at problem solving or video games or at relating to people, or it might be physics, who knows. That's the beauty. We can share what we know as a species and lift each other up and not try and slow each other down. We can all get there. We all equally, I don't care about your race, gender, beliefs, you're a valuable human and you've got something to contribute, and I appreciate every one of you. So keep going. Organise. Stay on task. You're almost there. Come a long way. If you feel like you've finished your task, just have another look. See if you can make it a little bit better. Look around. There's a tiny little bit of improvement you can throw at that task. I bet there is. Keep it up. We're going. I'm just doing the thing. So, figuring out where I'm going to dispose of something. All right. Look how far you've come. Can you improve what you see in front of you? If not, if you're really happy and you're looking around, you've done your task and you're pleased with yourself, then take some credit for that, because you stuck it through, you learned, and you changed a habit, which is excellent. I'm proud of you. And maybe you could teach this skill or some other skill to somebody else one day. I'm sure you will. So if you're done, then congratulations. And you can go reward yourself now with enjoying that space or whatever it is that you enjoy. If you're still going, like me, keep it up. We're still in this. We're still getting through it. I've definitely seen a bit of progress here. And just having an audience and a goal to be doing this with you has kept me on task as well. So thank you for that, because we're all here to learn and to change. If that's what we choose. And to be awesome, which clearly we are, got to give yourself a bit of credit and have a bit of fun with it. I'm not putting myself above anyone else because that's just silly. And that's called ego. But anyway, keep it up. All right. I'm going to keep on talking through my tasks. And I've just found a few other dishes that I had not noticed. If you're doing dishes, just have a look around. Did you miss any? Is there anything sort of sitting around that could be a bit cleaner? Maybe grab that and give it a wash. Because future you will be very proud and happy that you've got all those nice clean dishes ready to go. Now, I don't expect that it's going to stay this way. For me, I don't work that way. I cycle through. I actually have modes. I've got learning modes, then I've got organizing modes like now. I've got building modes where I create. I've got planning modes. And then other modes where I kind of don't really know my direction. I just seek inspiration. I don't really do much. I just look for inspiration even if I don't have the energy to act. So everyone's a bit different with how their mind works. All beautiful, unique and different. So here we are doing our organising day. But maybe write down those different modes in case you have any of them. They're just my ones, you might have others. So I've got learning, organising, building, planning and inspiration seeking. So I'm still on the cutlery now, the least fun part of my dishes, but I have come so far. I don't even own that much cutlery on purpose because otherwise I'll just make a mess of it. So yes, like I was saying, this change is not gonna, I do not expect it's just gonna stay clean. Some people can do that. If you can do that, great. I mean, I probably can, but knowing what I've done in the past, it hasn't been that way. Not to say that I can't change my thoughts and behaviours at any given time if I choose. But I'm not putting pressure on myself to keep it this way. I'm just choosing to clean it now for me because I would like it to be clean. And also, I think I might have a guest later and I'm not going to be judged or judge other people on how they organise objects in space. That would just be silly. But it is nice to, if you have a guest, just to sit there in a nice clean space and have a coffee and not really worry about your clutter being a distraction to the important and interesting conversation that might happen. So it's a bit of self-care for myself, just to have a beautiful, clean space. Now, after this cutlery, I am thinking I will sweep the floor. And I've already wiped my benches down as I went, which is good. So once the floor is swept or maybe vacuumed, I've got a few bits of recycling that I can put out, and then the space will be tidy and lovely. It's been a while since I've given it a really good clean. It's been on and off tidy and messy. That's okay. I really appreciate that I'm a creative person and sometimes I make a huge mess while I'm building and creating. That's fine. Also trust myself that when I need to get it done, when it needs to be tidy, I know I'm capable of finding that focus when I'm ready and then applying that focus, and maybe I will listen back to this tape other times and use it to motivate myself to get stuff done. Who knows? I probably will. I might even make more of them, who knows? Alrighty, so 25 minutes almost. Excellent work. How is that for focus? For me, honestly, a 25-minute focus to get this much done in one session is actually quite astounding. Obviously I'm capable of it, but I've just had this little bit of an extra motivation to do it by making this video and or audio. Alright, so I'm now washing my final bit of cutlery. I like to recycle my tub of water out on the lawn to give it a drink and not waste my water. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is tip that out and sweep. If you want to end, just end. If you want to stick with me, we'll do another task in a sec. So, be back in a minute. Okay, legends, if you're still with me, I'm going to sweep the floor. I don't know what stage you're up to, but if you want to pause at any time and do another job, it might be vacuuming, sweeping, or some other quick task. Right, grabbing my broom. Alright, let the sweeping commence. Again, it's not fun. Sometimes we need to embrace things that are not enjoyable or fun. It's a chore, but not only are we resetting that dopamine by doing the things we don't want to do, deliberately choosing consciously to suffer, and I know that sounds, this version of suffering is very first world problems, so excuse me on that one, but you know what I mean. And the other part is, usually those chores we don't want to do, there's an extra reward that we get to enjoy a clean space, or we get to make our life a little bit easier in another way, like being able to find the clothes we want, or find the clean dishes we want, or just be nice and hygienic so that we don't spread salmonella around the place on dirty dishes or whatever. Okay, school's starting to look good. Keep on doing your thing, whatever the task is. It might still be at the first stage, that's alright. Every job is different. Gotta move a few things around. Okay, I'm staying on task, I'm sweeping the things. Maybe no one will ever listen to this, doesn't matter, because I've actually gotten a lot out of it just by talking it through. And actually they do say that teaching a task helps you to learn it yourself and solidify what you know. Because not only are you practicing the task, but you're also kind of putting it in new language and looking at it from a new person's perspective, and you can see things in there that you haven't seen before, just in using your mind to reset how you view the task from a beginner's perspective. So it's like paraphrasing something gives us a new way of understanding it. So sometimes I will pretend I'm teaching a task. I've done this for years actually. But I'm trying really hard to stay on task or focus, especially if someone's watching me and looking over my shoulder and I feel a little bit of performance anxiety, like, oh, I'm going to stuff this up. I pretend in my mind that I'm teaching it to someone. It's just having that sort of monologue of what I'm doing. It will keep me focused on the task, and I won't start focusing on, is the person being critical of me? So I'll just talk myself through the task. Okay, like for example, right now put this away over here, and now we have another look around and we see it with fresh eyes, and then I just took myself through the task. Alright guys, I have had just about enough of this task. It is 30 minutes 18 seconds. Thank you very much for being with me. I'm gonna go. Congratulations, I love you all, you've done a great job, and here's to neurodiversity. Bye.